Hello. Please hit like button and subscribe my channel. Also press bell icon for future video notifications. Thanks.
At cruising altitude, airplanes emit a steady stream of nitrogen oxides into the atmosphere, where the chemicals can linger to produce ozone and fine particulates. Nitrogen oxides, or NOx, are a major source of air pollution and have been associated with asthma, respiratory disease, and cardiovascular disorders. Previous research has shown that the generation of these chemicals due to global aviation results in 16,000 premature deaths each year. Now MIT engineers have come up with a concept for airplane propulsion that they estimate would eliminate 95% of aviation's NOx emissions, and thereby reduce the number of associated early deaths by 92%. The concept is inspired by emissions control systems used in ground transportation vehicles. Many heavy-duty diesel trucks today house postcombustion emissions control systems to reduce the NOx generated by engines. The researchers now propose a similar design for aviation, with an electric twist. Today's planes are propelled by jet engines anchored beneath each wing. Each engine houses a gas turbine that powers a propeller to move the plane through the air as exhaust from the turbine flows out the back. Due to this configuration, it has not been possible to use emissions control devices, as they would interfere with the thrust produced by the engines. In the new hybrid electric, or turbo-electric, design, a plane's source of power would still be a conventional gas turbine, but it would be integrated within the plane's cargo hold. Rather than directly powering propellers or fans, the gas turbine would drive a generator, also in the hold, to produce electricity, which would then electrically power the plane's wing-mounted, electrically driven propellers or fans. This would still be a tremendous engineering challenge, but there aren't fundamental physics limitations, says Stephen Barrett, professor of aeronautics and astronautics at MIT. A semi-electrified plan. The seeds for the team's hybrid electric plane grew out of Barrett and his team's work in investigating the Volkswagen diesel emissions scandal. In 2015, environmental regulators discovered that the car manufacturer had been intentionally manipulating diesel engines to activate onboard emissions control systems only during lab testing, such that they appeared to meet NOx emission standards but in fact emitted up to 40 times more NOx in RE. As he looked into the health impacts of the emissions cheat, Barrett also became familiar with diesel vehicles' emissions control systems in general. Around the same time, he was also looking into the possibility of engineering large, all-electric aircraft. But this design, Barrett notes, would kill any stream of thrust that a jet engine would produce, effectively grounding the design. The propellers or fans would instead be directly powered by an electric generator, which in turn would be powered by the gas turbine. The exhaust from the gas turbine would be fed into an emissions control system, which could be folded up, accordion style. He envisions the bulk of the hybrid electric system, gas turbine, electric generator, and emissions control system, would fit within the belly of a plane, where there can be ample space in many commercial aircraft. In their new paper, the researchers calculate that if such a hybrid electric system were implemented on a Boeing 737 or Airbus A320-like aircraft, the extra weight would require about 0.6% more fuel to fly the plane. They arrived at this estimate by using a global model to map the flow of aviation emissions through the atmosphere, and calculated how much various populations around the world would be exposed to. They then converted these exposures to mortalities, or estimates of the number of people who would die as a result of exposure to aviation emissions. The team is now working on designs for a zero-impact airplane that flies without emitting NOx and other chemicals like climate-altering carbon dioxide. We're now working on the climate impact part of it. Please support my channel to grow by pressing subscribe button and the bell icon. We will notify you technological news. Thank you.